You have just tapped into the Christian Life Coach Collective, and I'm your host, Laura Malone. I'm here to equip and encourage coaches in skills, business, personal life, and faith. I believe you're already 100% worthy and capable, and you're called for such a time as this. So let's get you walking it out with courage and confidence so you can be an amazing coach who sees transformation and great results in both your life and the lives around you. Let's get started. Last year, I worked with a woman who was walking through a very major life transition, and we spent a lot of our coaching sessions walking through the Pearl practice to help her untangle all of her thoughts and her belief systems that she brought into her marriage and her parenting and her work. We processed the emotions and gave names and heartfelt language to them and talked about what she was doing with her emotions and how suppressed they were, how ignored they'd been. And we talked about the intentional choices about what came next for her. What kind of changes did she actually want to make, right? Well, way after we finished all of our coaching and her season changed, got really busy. Obviously, like this happens with coaching clients. People transition to a different season. Sometimes people need a different coach than you. Sometimes people don't have the ability somehow to invest in coaching anymore for one reason or another. All of that is very normal if that occurs for you. You should expect it. You should also know how to invite people to walk with you into the next season and how coaching can still benefit them. But you should also expect that sometimes clients don't stay with you for the next 40 years of their life. And that's not our goal anyway. So I love having a coach all of the time. And I have clients that they're like, how can I keep working with you? And I'm like, well, we just keep scheduling. We just keep doing it. That's how it works. But things kind of wrapped up with her, and we still keep in touch here and there. But she said basically, I feel like things with my kids are calmer now. I feel like my marriage feels stronger. And I started showing up and serving in church again. That was a big thing, right? Well, here's my big aha moment for you. Coaching doesn't just impact one person. It's not just the client. It ripples into their families and their workplaces, their jobs and communities and neighborhoods and future generations, which I'm all about. So when one person, one client gets clarity and shows up with courage and a renewed sense of purpose and calling and hope, it actually changes how they show up everywhere else. That is the multiplying effect of coaching. You're not just helping the one person in front of you to make a decision or reach a goal ooh, wow, you lost 5 pounds. No, we're teaching people how to change their mind, change their lives, change the results. And not just how do I lose the next 5 pounds or the last 5 pounds or the first 5 pounds. It's, oh, I never thought about thinking what I think about. Thank you for teaching me to think about what I'm thinking about. Thank you for teaching me that I don't have to agree with every thought that crosses my mind. Thank you for teaching me that my thoughts are attached to my emotions, which are attached to my actions, which create results and legacies. Thank you for showing me how this shows up for me and helping me walk it out and make changes and take personal responsibility. Now my family and my work, my finances, my time, my children, they're all impacted by helping me as a coach to learn how to lead myself well. That's what coaching does. We help people shift the way they live, and that shift impacts everybody connected to them. In the Pearl practice, the final step is legacy. So that's where we talk about the bigger picture of somebody's life, the kind of story they want to live and leave behind, right? That they want people to experience from them. And because when you help somebody change their paradigm and shift emotional responses and take new actions and see different results, you also help them build a legacy that they're proud of and they actually would intentionally choose. One of my favorite stories in scripture that shows this ripple effect is the Samaritan woman at the well in John 4. So Jesus met her in the place of pain, confusion, judgment. I just mixed confusion and judgment. Confusion. I think I'm so funny. I make myself laugh a lot. And yeah, back to it. Jesus was speaking truth into this woman, right? He was speaking truth into her story. He was revealing herself to herself. And he was shifting her paradigm in one single conversation. So she leaves her water jar and runs into the city and starts yelling at everybody. Come see a man who told me everything I ever did. Listen, when was the last time any of us ran out and said, hey, there's this person who knows everything I ever did? I just wanted to bring that up. None of us want to bring up everything that we've ever done. We don't want to bring up that conversation, right? So the result was that she went and many people in town believed in Jesus because of her testimony. And her transformation didn't stop with just her, it spread to her community and her people. That's what happens when light breaks into somebody's life. It's that the light expands, the impact multiplies. Matthew 5:14-16 says that you are the light of the world. A city situated on a hill cannot be hidden. No one lights a lamp and puts it under a basket, but rather on a lampstand. And it gives light for all who are in the house. And in the same way, let your light shine before others so they can see your good works and give glory to your Father in heaven. When you coach somebody well, you're helping them uncover and shine the light within them. And then that light spreads. It's not about you and me getting credit as the coaches. It's about God getting the glory through the transformation in their life. So it's one of my favorite parts of the certification is you don't just learn skills for like a one-on-one session. You learn how to create change for one person that will last and multiply. So you're equipping people to live in a way that influences everybody around them long after your sessions with them are over. So if you ever wonder, like, does coaching really make a difference in the long run? I can promise you it does. I have seen and heard the fruit of it time and time again. It is why I can do all of the hard things, do the grunt work, do the mundane back office stuff, because it all leads to me getting in front of the one person where we make such a difference. And they take that and they multiply it. There's the ripple effect in their life. And I know that I am helping to shape other people's legacies and what they carry into the world and how their light penetrates the darkness around them. That's my goal. So the ripple effect is bigger than what you can see and know right now, and that's okay. You'll have hindsight later when it matters. So you can go to sterlingandstonementoring.com and get started, learn how to multiply your impact in a container of coaching with one client, one conversation at a time. But for yourself, I invite you to take, 5-10 minutes this week, right now, if you can. Write down the ripple effect of your own story. Think of a moment when God has met you and shifted your perspective or gave you new clarity. And then ask, like, who else in my life was impacted because of that one change in me, no matter how small it was? Maybe there was more peace in your household. Maybe a friend found courage for themselves. Maybe something at church or in your job shifted for you and around you. Then I want you to imagine what kind of legacy ripple you want your coaching to leave behind. And write it out in a sentence that capture it, like your kind of like your own lamp on the stand statement, something, put it where you're going to see it, put it on your desk, put it on your computer, and help yourself remember, like, I'm doing this for this reason. I show up and do hard things. I'm willing to show up and I'm willing to try. I'm willing to experiment. I'm willing to hear people tell me no and I don't get it in order to find the one person who says yes, that I can really help, who's ready to make changes and shift something in their life that's going to shift things around them. All right, friend. I'll talk to you next week, and I hope you have a really, really beautiful day.
Thanks for listening. For more coaching resources and to learn how to work with me, head to sterlingandstonementoring.com or click the link in the show notes. Remember, walk boldly in your calling, and I'll talk to you next time.